Hi, I'm Eric Hofberg. Want to reach out to Think Strong hockey people that are spending time paying attention as a hockey player, paying attention to the importance of the mind and training the mind. I think that there are other athletes, other than hockey players that are going to gain some perspective from what I want to share on this video. I want to make a point here to all of you that are taking your hockey journey seriously, whether that be that you're trying to make it into the NHL or you're just trying to be a college player or a junior player or just be the best that you can be, right? But you're into it. You're taking it seriously, and I think the idea here for you to center in on with this video is that the mind really matters. So here's the Think Strong guy telling you that the mind really matters. But you know, I talk to coaches in the NHL, and you ask them, you know, what's the real difference maker for so many of the guys that succeed at the pro level, and they're going to say the mind. I talk to leaders in the corporate world, and what do they tell me about who they want to hire? They want to hire people that have been athletes, people that have been dedicated athletes, and the reason why they want to hire former athletes is because they'll say that they're coachable, they understand what it means to be coached, they're resilient because they understand from their athletic experience how you pick yourself up and keep on going, and they understand what it means to be determined, to be persistent, not to give up. They understand that the mind is part of the process when it comes to performance, and so they're looking, particularly in today's world, honestly, I would say 90% of the executives that I would talk to would say, I absolutely am always looking for former athletes. You talk to college coaches and junior coaches, and what are they looking for in today's athlete? They're looking for the skilled hockey player, right? You talk to a USHL coach or a college coach, a Division I coach. They're looking for a highly skilled hockey player, but they're looking for character. They're looking for the athlete that can be determined, the athlete that doesn't feel entitled about anything, the athlete that wants to take ownership. That's the separator. And all of that comes from attitude, and your attitude comes from your mind. So one of the things that you absolutely want to think about as a Think Strong hockey player, that you absolutely want to think about is that your ability to train your mind, your ability to get your thoughts in order. And how do you do that? What is it that you do with your mind, to get yourself prepared for games? What is it that you do with your mind in between shifts? What is it that you do with your mind when you have to rebound, from something that hasn't gone well? What is it that you do with your attitude when things maybe aren't quite going exactly how you had thought that they should go? How do you get yourself, really determined, to stay with it and to stay the course and to go after what you want? And I want to tell you that there's a couple of things that you can do if you're not doing them yet that will help you, So one of the things that I want to show you is a very important piece of paper, okay? I'm going to show you this very important piece of paper right now. Here it is. There's your really important piece of paper. And there's nothing on it. You know what that paper is about? That paper represents the blank canvas idea. What I want you to think about as a Think Strong hockey players, I want you to think that your world is your blank canvas. Your world is your sheet of paper, which you can do whatever you want with. Every game that you go into, think about your clean sheet of paper and think about whatever's going to end up on that sheet of paper at the end of this game. That will be my performance, and it's up to me to go out there and create it. And nothing's going to get in the way of that. Whatever you're going to do with your practice session, your training session, that clean sheet of paper, whatever you want that practice or that training session to be about is going to be up to you. And don't think that circumstances are what create the content that's going to go on this clean sheet of paper. You do. You do with your thought and with your attitude. Your summer training, your off-season training, it's your clean sheet of paper, it's your blank canvas. What are you going to put on there? What's that going to be about? Is it going to be about a hockey player that's got a never give up attitude? Is it going to be about a hockey player that's looking every day to find a way to further him or herself? I like to think about like the clean sheet of paper going into games. What are you going to be admired for? Think about that. Think about that your clean sheet of paper will be a filled up sheet of paper when the game is over with all the cool things that you do out on the ice to help that hockey team. And when you think about all those cool things that you do out on that ice to help the hockey team, that you're on, those are the things that you want to be admired for. And they need to be things that you can control. You know, you could write on your clean sheet of paper, I'm going to be admired for scoring 3 goals, but is that really what you're going to do? Can you really say that? Or could you say, I'm going to be admired for how relentless I am on offense, for the way that I take the puck to the net, for the way that I use my speed, for the way that I go to the net without the puck, for the way that I just don't give up on a forecheck and that I'll give that extra effort. That's what you can say, and then that's what you can do, and then that ultimately is what became your work, what became what you created, what's going to be on that blank canvas. Have that attitude. Be that type of player. Let that concept take you all the way to reaching your dreams. Maybe you're playing in the National Hockey League someday, and somebody's asking you about why you're so consistent and why you've been successful. And one of the things that you'll say is that I go into every game, just like I go into every practice, just like I go into everything that I do, and I think about that whatever it is that happens out there is up to me. That whatever it is that happens out there, it's going to be my blank canvas, my clean sheet of paper that I'm going to create upon. That nobody else owns this. I own this. And so whatever it ends up looking like at the end of the game, at the end of the practice, whatever's on here, and there'll be a lot of stuff on there, right? It'll be you finishing checks. It'll be you blocking shots. It'll be you playing hard shift to shift. It'll be you chasing down somebody on a back check. It'll be you stripping a defenseman from the puck, stripping the puck from the defenseman on a forecheck and creating the opportunity. All that gets filled up on your sheet of paper. It'll be you, making 15 saves in the third period because of your ultra focus and your connection to the competitive spirit. It'll be you just being known by the opponent as, man, that's a player that's hard to play against. Do you get it? Whatever it is that you're doing, go into everything that you do, taking full ownership of what you're going to create, of how you're going to show up, recognizing that every opportunity, game, practice, a training session, a season, a summer off season, whatever it is, take ownership of it and think about it as, it's my clean sheet of paper, it's my blank canvas. And whatever it gets filled up with is completely up to me. It's my performance. It's my mindset. It's my level of determination. It's my level of love of the game. It's my willingness to compete. It's my willingness to make the extra effort to get into the very best shape that I can. It's my willingness to shoot 10,000 pucks in a summer in the off season to make certain that my shot gets developed. It's my clean sheet of paper. I'm going to create on it what I want to create. Cool? Hope this helps. Cheers.